Hello and welcome back to the 6th Street Underground, a Zen Zone Zero fan cast discussing all things ZZZ. As always, I'm your host, Eric, and I'm joined by my ever wonderful co-host, Brian. Hi, Brian.
When will this nightmare end?
We're like halfway.
Welcome back for episode 2.
Yay! We did it. It's definitely not been one long recording session at all. We are deep in the midst of our Season 1 knockout tournament, finding the best character or characters from Season 1. Let's jump back into it, Brian.
I think now that we've gone through the entire roster, I think a lot of this is going to go by quicker, except
it better
if we run
I'm
into...
tired.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think you could afford another... so we'll jump right into it. Starting with
that being said, it's Vivian and Bernice.
Yes.
Which is tough. I want it to be tough, I should say. I think I know what the answer is, but I want it to be tough.
So they're both...
We've kind of already done this.
Yeah, they're off-field anomaly characters. Vivian, I think, takes the edge because they've learned from Bernice.
Yep.
So I want to give Vivian the edge for combat.
Yep.
Aesthetics, I maintain Bernice.
We maintain Bernice supremacy. Bernice is the most phone background-esque character in the entire game.
Yes.
Is what I think. Like she even like she's one of the few ones that just like standing static still, which is really good.
I like how you even said that to the
like,
cadence of her song. Standing static
still. I agree. I mean, I really like Vivian's design, but it's Bernice for aesthetics. I do want to give credit to Vivian's blooms showing up because like that won her the previous match.
Yes.
It's awesome. I will acknowledge that you and I are very biased.
Incredibly.
But I think Bernice, incredibly biased. Bernice wins aesthetic because I think narratively we know what the answer is.
Yeah. And then
it's Vivian.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, we love you, Bernice. I thought you would make it further. Bye.
Bye, niece.
Vivian moves on. Bernice, you live in our heart. You're still
if
the
she
first
was
character
paying
I got
attention
in
at all,
Engine
she
4.
would be upset.
She's not bothered.
All right.
Harumasa. All right, we're doing it. Harumasa versus Nekomata Mata. I didn't plan this, but that lined up really nice.
Ooh, combat potential.
Yeah.
This is fun.
They're kind of
This
both.
is more fun because they're both outshined in their departments.
Who's better at not being as good? I mean, okay. On one hand, Nekomata is the only S-rank physical attacker, right? But on the other hand, I think Harumasa does more damage and is a little bit easier to build around.
For me, Nekomata is easier to play.
I agree. I like the dashing. I like the way she plays. And again, we have a physical anomaly who we play as a damage dealer. We don't have a physical attacker. It's Nekomata or Billy. So it's Nekomata.
Yeah, I think it's...
Harumasa is up against S and B. Aesthetics, man, I want to like Harumasa's design, but like it doesn't do much for me.
It kind of screams like battle royale of like he looks like he was a student, or in this case, an office worker, and then like suddenly like had to throw on some armor and go fight. There was an anime, I forget exactly. It was like Skyrise like Invasion or something, where it's like people got like transported from their world to like the top of skyscrapers, and we're like fighting, and it has that same vibe. Nekomata's is like fun and cool and unique, and she's cute.
Yeah, and I mean, like I if we gave Koleda the win because she has such a unique design, I feel like we have to give Nekomata the win because she has that unique level, like that unique design.
Yeah,
she looks cool. Is she a cat? Is she a robot?
We're not sure.
But I agree. I think Nekomata beats Harumasa. If you're a big Harumasa person and you're like yelling at us, we get it, but that's Nekomata. Story-wise, too, I mean, we haven't talked story, but we did talk about like Nekomata has had a pretty big impact on the narrative.
Yeah, Harumasa had a cool character story, but if you removed him from the main story,
it doesn't change.
It doesn't change.
No.
Nekomata, her story beat was kind of the first one outside of the prologue.
Yeah. It was like the inciting action for the narrative.
Yeah, so I think we kind of got to give it to Nekomata on that.
All right, Nekomata moves on. We're doing it, man.
Queen sweep of the Wooz's bracket. All right, moving on. Oh, this is a fun matchup.
Yeah, what is it?
Silver Soldier 11 versus Soldier 11.
I saw that. Oh, no. This one won't be as hard as it sounds because I think everything we said about Soldier 11 was in relation to Anby.
I think the only thing... So I think quickly, no competition. Soldier Anby 0 wins combat, hands down.
Anby wins combat. They're both attackers. Anby does it better. Anby wins combat.
Aesthetics.
Sorry, Soldier 11.
Aesthetics.
Anby.
She's just
Anby.
She's just a cooler version of Soldier 11. Story. Yep. I think.
Yes.
I think technically I have to give it to Soldier 11 because if you couldn't bring in A rank Anby's contributions to the story, I think Soldier 11 has had more of an impact. I agree. I love Soldier Zero's personal story, but I think Soldier 11 has had more overall impact.
I agree. Anby had I loved Anby's story, but when we're talking about impacting the narrative, I think it still goes to Soldier 11. That might change now that Anby is Silver Soldier, like in the modern day now.
Yeah.
But I agree. This next one's interesting because it's Hugo versus Lycone.
Ooh.
Can they just kiss instead, and we'll just count it?
I mean, if you put them on the same team, yes. They want to be on the same team, Eric.
I mean, I think I think I know where this is gonna go. Combat wise is tricky because Hugo's not out yet, and Lycone has stunner advantage.
Yeah.
But Lycone asks for a lot of field time, and Hugo does something unique in this space by consuming stun and enabling Lycone to be relevant again. Because if we're honest, what teams is Lycone on?
Mono Ice Ellen.
It's Mono Ice Ellen with Sukaku, or probably at this point with Esther Yao. That's kind of it, right? Whereas Hugo comes in and actually enables other stunners who might have been left on the wayside, like Lycone, to come in and be relevant again.
Because, I mean, like a Hugo Qingyi I could see probably being good because Qingyi can build up stun really, really quick.
Stun quick. Yeah. I think...
But then, yeah, I think Hugo takes it for combat.
I think it's Hugo. Yeah.
I think Hugo has... Again, because Lycone came out on release, he is more... Yeah. They are designing characters with more interactions in mind now.
Yep. I think aesthetically...
I give it to Hugo.
Me too. Okay, cool. No. We're on the same page.
No.
I wanted to be like...
If we're comparing the two, I will take the guy with the scythe gun.
It's the scythe.
The cool over scythe the robot gun. Legs.
Yeah. I mean, I did see something recently. Somebody did a comparison. Hugo and Lycone do the exact same high kick.
Yeah.
But reversed. I don't remember. But reversed. So, like, I like that. I think, like, Hugo also benefits from being a newer character. They've put more into it. They also, Lycone you can get for free. Hugo you have to choose to roll for. So they've put more time and energy into those animations to get you to want to pull him. I think he does win that. Narratively, though, we can't spend this whole time talking about how important Lycone is to the narrative and then not have him win the narrative against Hugo.
Yeah, especially because part of what made Hugo's so important is because it's tied closely with Lycone.
Because of Lycone, exactly. But 2-1, Hugo Lycone. Yep. Hugo moves on.
Look
at us go.
Lighter Grace.
Lighter Grace.
This one, again, I think it's...
Oh, man.
Combat,
I still think goes to Lighter.
Yeah, without a doubt. Combat goes to Lighter.
We're going to fly through the second half, man. Look at this. Aesthetics. I like the way Grace looks more. I like Lighter's animations more. I find Grace's animations to be relatively underwhelming.
Yeah.
The spread shot nail gun is pretty neat, and some of her poses are pretty cool. But I think Lighter's whole like vibe and like the scarf billowing in the wind, like I think he wins that.
Yeah, I think he's got a cooler. He came out later. He's got a cooler character model.
Yep. What's your fight for narrative impact? 'Cause I think they're both support characters.
Yeah, they're both support. I think maybe you could give Grace a little bit more because you have more time with her during the Bellabog chapter. But
and she enables so much during that. But Lighter opens up this whole like underground fighting ring opportunity. And like he has lots of connections to other characters.
Yeah, but like if we're looking at like the main story, Lighter is again completely removed from the main story.
And it doesn't matter because Lighter already has 2 points.
Yeah. So Grace, you get a pity vote.
Grace, thank you. We love you. We don't have to talk about you anymore.
All right. Ellen versus
this bracket goes quick.
Ellen versus Yanagi.
Ellen versus Yanagi.
This is going to be
Brian. It's got to be Ellen, man. I'm just kidding.
This one, I feel like isn't really even much of a contest. Yanagi, if she hadn't immediately gotten knocked out by Astra Yao, I think I would have pushed very hard for her. Combat, there's no question. Yanagi is better than Ellen.
Yanagi's better than Ellen.
Aesthetically,
she has cooler poses.
Yeah, and then story-wise,
Yanagi shouldn't be here.
No,
she just was up against Astra. Yeah.
Story, I could kind of see you fighting for Ellen.
I'm not going to.
But yeah, again, like Yanagi already clean sweeped her with the other two like handily. Yeah. So
I mean, it's important to remember, like in a game like ZZZ, there's these moments of like levity that balance the serious things, and I think it's really important that Ellen. Did you zone out again? Should I just keep going?
Sorry, where are we?
Yeah. Clean sweep, Yanagi.
Yay, Yanagi. Yay,
That's
Nagi.
a gift to Brian. Yay, Nagi.
All right.
Okay. Next match, we're still in losers bracket. We're just gonna keep kind of moving through these. This one's a little bit trickier to me. Vivian versus Anby Soldier Zero.
Oof. Yeah. Combat. They are both damage dealers, but they fit different roles.
Yeah.
Vivian,
the flexibility thing. Yeah.
Like I said, with Vivian, she's our only ether anomaly and only our second ether damage dealer. We've got a good amount of electricity damage before
there's a lot of electricity.
Anby. And again, I think Vivian benefits from teams want 2 anomaly, but only 1 DPS. I would say they're both strength wise. They're at the same tier. I would say they're both probably roughly equally strong. Vivian, I think, wins because she can build into teams easier.
I think it's the potential. I think I find Soldier Zero slightly more enjoyable to play.
Oh, absolutely! Like hands down, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I know what I'm doing when I'm playing Soldier Anby 7-0-11.
Yeah. But I think like Vivian, we can figure out. And when Vivian works, she works.
She working it.
Like when she lines up, it pops off. I want to give combat to Vivian, I think.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Aesthetically.
For me, aesthetics, I lean towards Anby.
Okay.
The Vivian is getting a lot of points off of her bloom. I think we both can agree on that.
I agree. That was going to be my argument. Is the bloom is so the purple effects are cool, and the way she like zooms into those are really cool.
For me, overall, I like the character design of Anby more.
Yep.
I love Lady Maria is one of my favorite bosses in all of From Software game. So the
double sword's got to take it.
Yeah, the double sword's taken.
Yeah.
But narratively, again, no contest. Since
it's Vivian.
Soldier Zero meaning 0 narrative impact, whereas Vivian has narrative impact.
Yeah. I hope Anby comes back for more narrative things. I mean, I think she's interesting.
It is also there's no doubt Anby is going to be part of the narrative. I think again, it is only in the context of we're not including A rank Anby, which is where Soldier Zero is losing points.
I think also
you
we haven't
cheated
talked
her.
About, like, too
you
much.
Clearly put her to lose. This is a rigged election.
This is my setup. I think what we haven't talked about Vivian is like her future sight holding potential for narrative. I think that's really interesting, and they can do some fun things with it. That I think does kind of edge her out in terms of like storytelling. So we love you, Anby.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Vivian moves on.
This will be an interesting. Evelyn versus Hugo.
Evelyn versus Hugo. I think I know where this goes.
So combat. Hugo's not out.
Hugo's not out, but if we look at who competes with them in the same space, Hugo is an ice attacker. So he's competing, one with Ellen, but also with Miyabi. And while Miyabi's anomaly and doesn't care about stun, and Hugo really cares about stun, if you're having to pick an ice team, you're choosing between Hugo and Miyabi.
Yeah.
And I think that's an obvious choice. If you need a fire team, it is Evelyn,
Bernice.
it is Soldier 11, or it is Bernice dual DPS or sub DPS for fire.
Yeah.
So really it's Evelyn is the choice there. So I think in terms of that combat, I think it goes to Evelyn because of the uniqueness to it, and the relative flexibility that we talked about earlier. She just wants a stunner and some kind of support. They both are kind of equal stunner wise, or flexibility wise.
I
want to give it to Evelyn.
I think that's a good pick. Aesthetic. I feel like this aesthetic is your internal struggle.
This is 100%. But both could be both. I want both.
This is the definition of the two wolf meme. You have two wolves. One is a sexy blonde woman,
is a flamboyant vampire.
Sexy blonde man.
What are you gonna do?
This is entirely on you. I easily give my points to Evelyn. Eric, you need to pick a side right now.
So here's the thing: if Hugo used his scythe more, it would be Hugo, I think. But I think Evelyn's whole package and just like the uniqueness of the garrote wire and like all of the like that in her snap, I think the snap seals it.
I think also it is the fact that her ultimate is her flinging her jacket off. That is plus 1,000 aura.
Cool. It's pretty cool, man.
That is that is a super cool badass moment, or however that meme is supposed to go.
It's awesome. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's brain rot. It's good for you.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all. Narratively, I don't know if Hugo benefits from being the most recent story or if that hinders him some. Because I want to say Evelyn's narrative impact, like I don't know. I think Evelyn's cool, but I think Hugo's narrative, like story, is more interesting.
Hugo is a huge driver in this end of the season story.
Yeah.
Evelyn was important to Astra Yao's story, but it was Astra Yao's story.
And like she's a utility now for us to get things done because she is so competent. But like I think Hugo also, like we haven't talked about like the backstory for Hugo and the things that he's like worked through to get to where he is, and like you got to play the second half, man. I want to give it to Hugo for story because it doesn't really matter anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I think narratively, I think Hugo is a more interesting character to me than Evelyn, but it's closer than you might think.
Yeah. Next matchup.
Bye, Hugo. We'll see you soon.
Nekomata.
It's loading.
Versus Lighter.
Nekomata versus Lighter. We can't keep hyping Lighter's combat and not put him over somebody who we weren't sure about combat.
Yeah.
I think it's Lighter.
Lighter easily combat.
Mm-hmm.
I think aesthetics. I want to give it to Lighter again.
Yeah.
He's.
It's really close for me though.
They're both super cool.
They both look super cool. I like how unique Nekomata is, but when we talk about the animations, Lighter's animations are clean.
Yeah, again, Lighter was built off of like their development of animations and stuff. Nekomata was their first run.
I do like Nekomata's wiggle that she does before she like does her ultimate. Because it's very I like all the cat things.
Yeah, like she's very
her, like, animations.
Like they did a very good job of making her cat like.
Yes. Narratively,
I'd
We
say
talked about this to death.
Nekomata has more narrative impact. She had a chapter.
Yeah.
Lighter
She had a chapter.
had an event.
Lighter's an interesting character that they have a lot of potential they can do with Lighter narratively, but I think where we're at right now, I agree. Nekomata takes narrative 2-1, Lighter moves on.
Yeah. All right.
Rina
versus
Yanagi.
Combat.
Yanagi.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, there's still an argument for it, but Rina is on the lower end of the supports. Rina falls into the, you don't have Astra Yao or Caesar available. She's probably honestly at the same tier as, especially if you don't have her at Mindscape 1. It's probably there's probably times where you're like, I'll take Nicole over a Mindscape 0 Rina.
Probably, definitely would, or a Lucy or something.
Yeah.
I think also like what Yanagi really benefits from is she can be a sub DPS on like a Miyabi team, or she can be the main DPS with Vivian or Bernice or somebody. So like that flexibility makes her like way more applicable than some of the other characters we've talked about.
Yeah.
Yanagi.
Looks. I don't even have to. I've
Brian, you want the same
I've
thing.
beaten that.
Well, finish your sentence. We're just gonna leave it at beaten that.
Legally, I can't finish it.
You've beaten that dead horse.
Story.
It's the poses, man. I want to say Yanagi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to say Yanagi purely because she got her little character story before Miyabi, the full chapter with Miyabi, whereas we haven't really had much with Rina. Because again, every time it was Victoria housekeeping showing up, and like you got little bits from each of the members. Where Yanagi, you got more time with Yanagi than you've had with Rina.
Yeah, we got that virtual universe thing with her too, which was really interesting. I agree. I think there's potential for Rina, but they've really kind of like leaned into other parts of Victoria housekeeping.
Yeah.
All right, 25.
This is
Astra Yao versus Caesar.
The battle of
is
the supports.
Interesting. This whole like run is fascinating. Have you looked at like the next 4?
Oh yeah, these are not quite.
These are good.
Not quite the pairing I would have given.
Astra Yao versus Caesar. Combat. As cool as Caesar is, Astra Yao is the primo support for a reason.
If you look up every character guide, Astra Yao is
every guide
is on the guide. They're like, does this character move? All right, she wants Astra Yao with her. There is no contest there.
Yeah.
Vibe,
aesthetics.
My pick is Caesar.
I think it's Caesar.
I think Caesar's look is just so cool compared to Astra Yao.
And it stays pretty unique, right? Like it stands out. I think it's a really interesting look. Her animations are very they're not as flashy as some other characters, but luckily she's up against Astra Yao, who isn't super flashy except that like she's always there. I think I think aesthetic goes to Caesar. Lauren's story.
This is a tough one because I feel like again, Astra Yao and Caesar are about neck and neck.
Yeah.
I know you favor Astra Yao in this.
A little bit.
But I also feel like you give Astra Yao a lot of weight for where she can go in the story.
Yeah, and I should stop doing that. What's bothering me right now is I want to say it's Caesar, but that means that Astra Yao doesn't make it further, which feels wrong.
Yeah, but what that really means is she goes into
gaming the system.
What it means is Astra Yao drops into the losers bracket and then just starts sweeping the losers for her to show up back in the finals again.
I think narrative weight for what we've experienced so far, I want to give it to Caesar.
Yeah.
Which means Caesar wins.
Caesar beats Astra.
Did not expect that.
Yeah.
Now, we will just reiterate, not in terms of combat potential.
No.
It's Astra Yao all day.
Trigger versus Kaleda.
Trigger versus Kaleda.
2 stunners. I don't think Kaleda has a dog in the fight for the, like, there's a better fire stunner Trigger's the better stunner if you were attribute agnostic. So I think Trigger just easily handles combat.
Yep, I agree. Aesthetics, as unique as Kaleda is and how much I like the dual wielding, I can't get past Trigger's whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Trigger beat Zhu Yuan, right? Like,
no, Zhu Yuan's still going.
Was it? No, it was Evelyn. Trigger beat Evelyn in terms of aesthetic.
Yeah, and
to me, that
yeah, I think Trigger
speaks for itself. Narratively, I think, like we've said, like people who ran their chapters tend to end up scoring higher in that regard.
And yeah, Kaleda's shown up in a lot of chapters. She's been important.
Yeah.
Trigger so far hasn't shown up again.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 27.
We're doing great. We're doing it.
Zhu Yuan versus Miyabi.
Zhu Yuan versus Miyabi.
Combat, Miyabi.
Miyabi.
Hands down. Miyabi beats... I think the only person who there's an honest fight for who's better combat potential-wise is Miyabi versus Astra Yao.
It's Astra Yao, exactly.
They are both the top for combat. For
aesthetics,
aura, and aesthetic, my vote...
Miyabi's got a... Yeah, go ahead.
My vote is Cake Cop.
Okay. I was going to say Miyabi. That's interesting.
I mean, but, like... I like Miyabi, and like on screen she's really cool and flashy with her like 1,000 cuts. I like the character model of Zhu Yuan more.
I like Zhu Yuan's character model more. I like Miyabi's animations more. But I think like this whole experience, I've been prioritizing animations more than visual, and you've done visual more than animations.
Yeah, and I think the tiebreaker goes back to Eric, if you had to pick one of these characters to walk around New Eridu.
Oh man, you're right, because it's Zhu Yuan for walking around New Eridu. As much as I like that Miyabi carries her sword around, if her spirit was more present, I might change.
Ooh,
aesthetically.
Honestly, yeah, that's a good point. If the spirit was flying around with her,
like just like floating around all the time, or like yeah. But narratively, I don't think there's a debate here.
No, it's Miyabi. She's a void hunter.
She's a void hunter. She like drove the second half of the entire season.
Yeah.
It's Miyabi.
Yeah, it's Miyabi. Then we have Jane Doe versus Qing Yi.
I
want Qing Yi, she's a decent stunner, but we have a better electric stunner.
Yeah.
Jane Doe is still consistently showing up in my rosters. Qing Yi with Trigger, Qing Yi is officially replaced.
Yeah.
So I think Jane Doe takes it for...
And Jane Doe continues to give other anomaly characters a space to shine, right? Like, she still gives Bernice a place. She still gives, like, these other characters an opportunity that I don't think Qing Yi does.
Yeah.
I know where I am aesthetically.
I think we're on the same page.
Is it Jane Doe?
It's Jane Doe. It's Jane
Doe.
Especially
narrative.
They're the same faction, so there's not even like really much of a costume discrepancy. Jane Doe is just a cooler character.
I did not expect Qing Yi to get this far, and I'm glad she did, because I think she's the only character I don't have that I'm like, man, I'm so glad she got this far.
Yeah.
Narrative is kind of up in the air to me, but I err a little bit towards Jane.
Honestly, I was the opposite. I was going to eke a little more towards Qing Yi, just because.
Okay.
Qing Yi's shown up more, and every time Jane Doe shows up, it's with Qing Yi. So I think
or it's the Jane Doe show.
Yeah, with the exception of that little interlude. But where we're at now, narratively, it's like if Jane Doe is showing up, Zhu Yuan, Qing Yi are probably also involved.
And Jane wasn't involved in the whole like stuff at the end of the arc, right?
No, which I think the fact that she's like an undercover agent is kind of so she's not going to be in as much big stuff.
Yeah.
But either way, Jane Doe still moves on 2-1.
I think Jane Doe moves on. Astra Yao v Lighter.
All right. Well, we've already established, Astra Yao wins combat.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Aesthetics. I kind of want to give it to Lighter because he's more flashy.
Yeah, I like Lighter
I like the way he moves.
Flashy flash.
I think Astra Yao still wins narratively though.
Yeah, again, like we've said, like Lighter's big issue is in the Sons of Caledon arc, with the exception of Caesar, no one else really got much screen time other than just like base personality.
And it's really important that we have these characters that provide these moments of levity within this. Match 30.
Kaleda versus Yanagi.
Kaleda versus Yanagi. You want to go off again, Brian, or?
Combat, Yanagi.
Combat's for Yanagi, for sure.
Aesthetics.
She's a limited character.
Aesthetics, I think Kaleda has a good fight for aesthetics.
I think she has a good fight, but I think Yanagi still wins.
Yes.
Because I think Kaleda, I love how unique she is. I like that she dual wields the weapons. I think the animations for Kaleda are lacking compared to what Yanagi does.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even including like all the tweaks they do with her and like the lightning. Like it's just so flashy and cool and like viscerally engaging that I think like the animations for me trump it every time.
And then narratively, Kaleda takes that one easy. She was the head of her own story or her whole chapter.
Yanagi moves on.
Yeah. Zuyuan versus Vivian, the battle of the ether.
Zuyuan versus Vivian. Okay, this one's interesting.
Combat.
Potential.
I give Vivian.
Yep. Zuyuan. Again, this is probably me and Brian being bad at the game, but just like the potential versus like ease of use and like team synergy, I think Vivian takes it handily.
I was gonna say, well, in this case, both Zuyuan and Vivian are characters where I'm like, I don't have a solid handle on playing them, so I'm bad at both of them. But yeah, Vivian I think she's squarely now if you have Ether, you're gonna bring her over Zuyuan. Aesthetics.
Bloom's doing a lot of lift, but I also like it a lot.
Yeah, that one's.
I as much as I know, like I'm not as attached to Zuyuan as you are, but I just feel like the whole overall like aesthetic design and like the floating jet dress and like the parasol with the hidden blade in it. I just think there's so much really interesting in the way Vivian's like design and aesthetic has been put together. I that's where I'm at. Plus the animations are just stellar.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Do you want? Okay, most story significance is tricky because again, Vivian's so new.
I think
Zuyuan's
more story important.
Yep.
I think for where we're at now. Yeah. So and especially fully me not having finished this final story chapter, so I don't know what the second half of the story is going to entail with Vivian and her prophecy. But just from what we've had now, Zuyuan has been much more involved narratively than Vivian has.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll stamp that. Okay.
Quarterfinals.
Is this quarterfinals?
Oh no! Wait, no. Sorry.
We have one more match.
We have Qingyi versus Evelyn.
Qingyi, but I thought we just talked about Qingyi. Qingyi versus Evelyn. Combat potential. I will go back to the argument around Evelyn being the premier for what she does as a fire damage dealer.
Yeah. I think that's fair. We have a bunch of stunners to pick from, and we have a better lightning stunner to pick from.
Yep. Aesthetically,
throwing off that jacket
Evelyn
is just so damn cool.
The jacket's so cool, and like the snap and like the
Evelyn has so much more flair to her. Qingyi very much has a straightforward style. She runs in, she hits a whole bunch of stuff, and then she hits it more. Evelyn has she has panache. She has flair.
I really like Qingyi's like 3-stage attack. Like that really like feels impactful, but it's nothing compared to Evelyn like dashing around and sliding in and tying things up. And the fact that you can use her skill to like gap close as well is both like good combat potential and very flashy. So it feels very good and makes combat feel very smooth, which I think also lends some to the aesthetic. Narrative weight.
I give it to Qingyi.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, she's just been our buddy.
She's been our buddy. She again the first chapter, the first season was all about the Bringer arc, and they were involved in a lot of it. They showed up, Evelyn. I definitely think Evelyn will probably go farther long term. But where we're at now, I got to give it to Ching-Yi.
All right. So now we have Yanagi versus Astri Yao.
We honestly, we don't even have to talk about it. We've literally already had this matchup.
Did we?
That was the very first matchup was Astri Yao versus Yanagi. I saw this. I looked at the bracket. I'm like,
that's wild.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Yanagi takes it.
Right. Hold on a second, because that would not look good. I think it's still Astri Yao, but I think it's even closer than it was when we first talked about it.
I think
as we've talked our way through things.
Yeah, I think as we've kind of discussed things, but again, I don't think there's much to rehash. Astri Yao continues to dominate for team building, and edges out Yanagi for story.
I think what we'll do after we've done these last couple rounds is we'll just do our personal like top 3s or top 5s or something. That might be fun.
Yeah.
Next match, Evelyn v Vivian.
Ooh, okay. So both top of their fields.
Yeah.
I have not played Vivian enough to feel confident with her, whereas Evelyn, I've got a pretty good flow to her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, this one I want it like it almost feels like a split decision. Like they're both top damage.
It does.
If I had to go with one, I would say Evelyn because I think she's easier to play than Vivian.
Okay.
But that would be the only reason I could pick one over the other.
Okay. I was erring a little bit more towards Vivian because of the team flexibility. Because she can slot in with, especially when Astri Yao's on the team, with most people, because she's just going to be value add of I do damage.
That's actually a good point. It's easier to build around Vivian than it is Evelyn
because you can just put her on a team.
Yeah, and
like to the point, even with the way she works, of like if the enemy is weak to ether but not weak to your main DPS's element, you can still clear it pretty easily because of what she's bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Whereas Evelyn really wants fire weakness, and she really wants like. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Vivian to me.
Yeah.
But like barely. like just barely. Aesthetics, I think, goes to Evelyn for all the reasons we've said before.
Yeah.
Bloom's cool. Evelyn's cooler.
Yeah. Story impact.
Story impact is challenging. Okay. Who is a more interesting character?
For me,
is where I'm going.
Evelyn. But that's again, I've only played half of the current. I haven't played the newest story.
Okay.
So I've only got the first half of Vivian being introduced.
That's fair.
So we've had more time with Evelyn, done more with Evelyn. So for me,
I don't know. I don't know. It's late and I'm tired. Cuz I want Evelyn to win, but I think Vivian is more narratively compelling. But I'm having trouble defending that.
I could see it in, So whatever ends up happening with Hugo, I can see Vivian still being with Faith in. Evelyn will be showing up whenever Astri Yao is. So I feel like Vivian can. There's more room for. Well, again,
we don't want to like future predict, but we do like when like I think it's really close. Like. I feel like there is more narrative potential with Vivian because she is a more flawed character.
Yeah.
Whereas Evelyn is very interesting, but her major flaw is something she's overcome before the narrative starts.
Yeah, and I guess if nothing else, at the end of part 1, I was curious to see what Vivian's vision foretold. There was no real part of Evelyn's story where I was like, oh, I wonder what's coming next because. Like you said, Evelyn's thing is just hanging out with Astri Yao.
Yeah, and like she's gone through this character arc, but it was resolved before we really started. I don't like it. I feel like an upset, but I feel like Vivian moves on.
Yeah, I think so.
I did not think Vivian would get this far at all.
I'm still upset that Yanagi lost to Astri Yao twice.
I'm so sorry.
Astri Yao's just smurfing it down in the loser's bracket.
Okay.
So back up to the current winners bracket.
Back up to the current winners bracket. We have Caesar versus Trigger.
Tricky.
Yes. I think the Caesar's Jack of many trades, master of none thing is now playing a bit at a disadvantage because of how well Trigger does what she does while still being flexible. Like Caesar can fit in most teams, as can Trigger, but Trigger brings lots of stun and solid damage, whereas Caesar, I mean, she has the shield.
Don't forget the shield does also add
shield's a big buffer,
1,000 attack to whoever it's on. So it is a buff and a like block. So they're filling two different roles on as a support character.
Yeah. Yeah. This whole matchup is brutal.
For me, the edge slightly goes to Caesar because she is just below Astra Yao in the gap filler of like, if you don't have someone, you can just throw Caesar in there and she'll play well on pretty much any team. Trigger needs to be with the DPS. Caesar, I think, could be your third person for a DPS team or an anomaly team. So I think Caesar has slightly more availability.
I think it's really close. I think it depends a little bit on the game mode, where I would pick between the two.
Yeah.
But I do want to give it to Caesar because she is the only shielder we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
And as they introduce more, hopefully they introduce more things that aren't time-based but are survival-based, that shield's going to matter.
Yeah, I think like
right?
Where Caesar really shows up for me are she shows up in the harder stuff. So she's always in the boss rush. I use her a lot in Hollow Zero, especially doing the shadow investigations or whatever they're called, where like they're the preset conditions. Like when you're not entirely sure what you're facing, you throw Caesar on. When you know exactly what you're facing and you've got a team for it, Trigger's a good spot.
Yeah, Lost Void.
Yeah.
It's really close, and I think if I can find a way to fit Trigger, I'm going to prioritize Trigger. But in terms of just like the parameters we've already set for ourselves, I think Caesar takes it because of the unique role she can fill as a shielder and buffer, and just kind of like a comfort character for most teams.
Yeah.
Aesthetically,
this is tough.
I err a little bit towards Trigger.
Okay.
I like the flashing. I think it's because of what she adds by being off field but still being on field, right? Where like she is more present, she's dashing around. When you are playing as her, like it's flashy and she's jumping and flipping all over and like she's caked up. Like it's close, but I err towards Trigger when it comes to
I think
aesthetics.
I think that's fair. Both their character models are cool, but Trigger has cooler on-field effects.
Yeah. And like again, like we've talked about some previously, because Caesar doesn't do anything on field if she's off field, she's at a disadvantage against Trigger, who like is still present even if you're not actively controlling her.
Yeah. Narrative impact.
Oh man, we already know this.
I think this has to go to Caesar.
It has to go
she
to
was
Caesar.
The Tour de Inferno, and Trigger was a interlude story beat.
Yep.
Miyabi versus Jane Doe.
Miyabi v Jane Doe.
Combat again.
It's Miyabi.
Yeah, Jane Doe is S tier. Miyabi is triple S tier.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it goes.
Aesthetics.
Oh man, I think it's Jane Doe. Like Miyabi's got cooler animations, but like we spent a good 20 minutes gushing at how much we like all of the different parts of Jane Doe's aesthetic.
Yeah. No, I think Jane they cooked with Jane Doe.
Yeah, like, and that stays consistent.
But
also because narrative impact.
Easily Miyabi.
It's Miyabi.
They're not even
It's Miyabi.
So that brings us to the quarterfinals of the loser bracket. We have Trigger versus Vivian.
Who was it?
The first round of the quarterfinals of the loser round is Trigger versus Vivian.
Trigger v Vivian. Ooh, Trigger versus Vivian. I mean, I know what my gut says.
My gut says Trigger?
My gut says Trigger. I think they're both pretty applicable in most teams. So I think that kind of balances out. I think within their select roles, they're cream of the crop for what they do. I think it comes down to ease of use. which I think Trigger is easier and more consistent to use right now than Vivian is.
Yeah, and I think I got nothing. Vivian she is a good anomaly character in a field of good anomaly characters.
Yeah.
Trigger is an amazing off-field stunner in a world of one other off-field stunner who is a pale comparison to her.
Yep.
Swagtastic.
Swag. I still like Trigger.
I like Trigger too. Vivian's cool, but Trigger has a very fun, unique design. Vivian is not an overly unique design as far as anime characters go.
Yeah, I mean, the little side windows are fun, and I like that she's a new palette than we've had for other characters, like the purple and
like the kind of goth vibe.
Yeah. Okay, that was finally loaded.
Like I like her. Like, don't get me wrong, I like her, but I think I like Trigger more.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Trigger.
Yeah.
I think it's Trigger.
Narratively, that's easily Vivian.
It's Vivian.
But that still is,
for all the reasons we've talked about before, Trigger moves on.
Yep. Astra Do versus Jane Yao.
This website doesn't like me.
Yeah, I realized you were like, does it have a scroll bar? And I was like, you shouldn't need a scroll bar.
Yeah,
so long as your monitor is 32 inches wide.
I have the input things that are popping up. I had to move at the top 8 for me to be able to see.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Okay. Jane Doe, Astra Yao. Combat-wise.
Astra Yao.
It's Astra Yao. Aesthetics, it's Jane Doe.
It's Jane Doe. It's
narrative. I think it's close, but we've talked about how Jane Doe really only is narratively impacting when she's with other people or she's in her own story.
Yeah.
I think it's Astra Yao by a little bit.
I think it's Astra Yao.
And I know we're like blasting through this, but that just feels right to me.
I was like, there's only a certain amount of times you can say Astra Yao is the obvious pick for. Yeah, at this point we have talked basically every nuance of the characters.
Yeah. Now we're just filling in the bubbles.
All right.
So we're still talking about Astra Yao because it's Astra Yao versus Trigger. Astra Yao for combat.
Astra Yao for combat.
Trigger for aesthetic.
Trigger for aesthetic. Narrative. Astra Yao.
Narrative.
Yeah. Sorry, Trigger. You made it really far.
Trigger got way further than I thought she would too. It makes me so happy. Okay. Caesar versus Miyabi. Combat. Miyabi.
Yeah.
Aesthetics. Caesar.
I give it Caesar.
I think so too.
And narrative.
Okay, narrative.
As much
this
as
is the time.
As much as Caesar has been coasting on being in charge of Tour de Inferno, she is not a Void Hunter, which was named in the introduction promo for the entire game.
Yep, it's 100%. I mean,
what's really funny is that was the final. Miyabi wins because the losers bracket is Caesar versus Astra Yao,
which we resolved last time as Caesar.
And then Caesar goes right back again to fight Miyabi.
Which means he goes to Miyabi.
Yeah, so Miyabi is...
Which is... All right.
I think
let me fill it in.
Probably no one's surprise. Miyabi is...
It's Miyabi's our number one.
Miyabi, the Void Hunter, is... utilizing the character that is integrally important to the story, but also incredibly strong, is a Void Hunter.
Who would have thought?
Honestly, Caesar coming in second place?
That surprises me. I feel good about that.
With Astra Yao and a bronze medal podium.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to see non-DPS so high up on the list.
And I think part of what hurt them so much is because there's so much DPS that Astra Yao and Caesar, what helped them so much is because they brought something beneficial and unique. Everyone else, when you started comparing DPS to other DPSs, like when we had Evelyn Vivian, where like they're both top of their game, but they don't beat each other out for anything specific. But overall,
I mean,
so all right, here's
some surprises. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the thing: we didn't get it for fun. Miyabi versus Astra Yao.
Miyabi versus Astra Yao. I want to say, because of her universal application, Astra Yao beats Miyabi in combat. Miyabi's the best DPS in the game right now, bar none. But that right now is a lot of heavy lifting because we have a whole new season and they're going to sell us some cool DPSs.
Yeah. Whereas until a better support comes out.
And even then, how many times did we argue today that this character is good because they fill the second team when Astra Yao can't be there?
Yeah, so as soon as there is a better support than Astra Yao, we'll just be eating good because then every team, we can just have that many more teams.
Yeah, we have a second now we have two of them there. I think she wins that. I think Miyabi wins for narrative impact.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to aesthetic, it's close. I feel like Miyabi wins aesthetic.
Ooh, I was going to say, I kind of like...
you going to say Astra Yao?
Oh, no, never mind. You said Miyabi. I just assumed you said Astra Yao and was going to argue with you.
No. I think Miyabi would win that matchup for those 2 points. But I think, like, if we were doing a tier list that was just aesthetic, those two wouldn't be in the top 10.
No, absolutely. Like...
that would be fun too.
Yeah.
Any surprises on this list for you?
Aside from the fact that Yanagi had to immediately go against Astra Yao.
Yeah, Yanagi had a tough run of it.
No, Trigger going as far as she did I was surprised by.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
glad.
The sad knockout was Bernice.
Yeah, me too. Bernice the double L is she's down there with Ellen, Grace, Harumasa, Lycone, and Soldier 11.
Yeah.
But we know what we picked. We knew that was going to happen. Was like she's really good in one space, but the other two just isn't doing it anymore. And she's just been shoved out of her role recently.
Yeah.
Yanagi and Evelyn both making like the same rank makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I know Yanagi's your bae.
Even with my love of Yanagi, that feels like a fair place for her to land.
Yeah. Lighter was our highest performing male character.
Which, I mean, who else do we have? We had
Lycone, Hugo, Harumasa.
Yeah. So there wasn't a lot of contenders in that round.
Yeah, the ratio is pretty rough right now. Hugo did pretty good. I expected him to get knocked out round one. Some people got some pretty nice pairings. Like, I think Kaleda made it as far as she did because she won one round and lost the next two.
Yeah, she made it to...
Yeah, she made it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She got a first round bye. I don't know how these
rankings work. Yeah.
I mean, but she did... No, she didn't really do that great in the losers bracket.
She did the best of all the standard banner characters.
Yeah. She
by a significant margin, even.
Yeah, she did take down Hugo.
She did?
A launch character beat the... not even released yet, but will be released at time of release.
Yeah. Watch us be incredibly wrong in the future about some of these. I mean,
there's also a heavy grain of salt where the closest thing to a actual like statistical based one was combat, and that's us being stupid and bad at this game.
Who's easiest to play?
Aura was 100% subjective, and then narrative is relatively subjective.
We played Calvin Ball with the narrative thing, and I'm sure we'll hear feedback about it.
Yeah, but feedback is interaction.
Yeah, it's engagement, baby. I had a lot of fun, Brian.
Yeah, I can't believe this went on for as long as it did. When you first were talking about like, oh, if we can get to like 2.5 hours of raw audio, I was like, I don't think this is going to last more than an hour. How long does it take to talk about characters in a video game?
If we talk for 5 more minutes, we have 3 hours of raw audio to play with. So, let's wrap up. Before we do that, I mean, our top 3 were Miyabi, Caesar, Astra Yao. I don't want to put you on the spot, but what are your top 3? If you who would you say you find yourself using the most?
Using the most is easily Miyabi, Astra Yao, Yanagi. That is my go-to clear team.
That's your team.
That is my if I'm doing any of the stuff at the doing any of the investigate, farming the the chips and whatnot. Like that is my go-to. Throw this team at something and see if it sticks.
Okay. Yeah, that's my usual for like anytime I think the content might be hard. I find I like using Soldier, Anby, and Trigger a lot together.
Yeah, no, I like them. I just
who is the most fun to play?
Ooh.
This will be the last time I grill you. Who do you think is the, like, take into account their teams, I guess, but like just in terms of like who do you find the most fun? Or I guess we could do most fun with the team.
I think if completely agnostic, assuming that like if they were all doing equal damage, that would be Jane Doe for me.
Yep, me too.
She
stays so fun to play.
That was the first character where I'm like, oh, this person is just amazing to play. Like she feels so much fun and cool and unique.
When you lock in with her on an enemy that attacks a lot, it just feels so good.
Yes. Yeah. Like the later characters have definitely built off of her. But yeah, I would say just Jane Doe. I still routinely get Jane Doe out into the circuit.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Let's start wrapping up, Brian. We've definitely put our time in today.
I'm so glad I'm not the one who has to edit this.
It's okay. Pulling back the curtain, I have a couple of weeks to edit these ones.
No, Eric. I need them sent to me.
Now you need them immediately. It'll be the first time you actually listen to a full. I've never listened to a full episode before, but now I need to, and it has to be tomorrow.
Which would immediately ruin the whole point of doing this episode.
100%. Yes. So we appreciate. Well, first of all, we hope you've enjoyed what we put together here. I had a lot of fun doing it. We had.
If you hated our bracket or our what's the term for the different points? Metrics. The metrics we used
metrics.
Or any of the fights, come to our Discord and fight me.
Tell us. Get into it. We would love to. Please jump into Discord and argue so Brian and I can step out gracefully and let other people have the conversation instead. I will post after the first episode goes up. I will post, I guess when this is out, I will post the screenshot I took in our Discord. If you want to do your own bracket and see how yours plays out. But if you liked it, I'm sure we can think about doing it again for the next season. We thought it would be a fun way to celebrate the end of season 1. And also, I'm traveling for like the entire month of May.
In the month of May.
And wanted to have something out and wanted it to feel fun and not just us rushing to get something so we don't miss a release.
Complete aside.
Yes.
If you like horror movies, go see Sinners in theaters.
I hear it's good.
It's so good. I will say no more.
It's not my genre, but there's your plug from Brian.
Completely derailed your train of thought.
I was gonna recommend something. I'm like, I started watching Andor, and it's pretty good so far. Season 2 is.
Wow, Eric, way to be a shill for other media.
Yeah, okay, Brian. All right, I read a book called Railsea. Railsea was very good. This is our media minute. Okay, if you like what we do, please follow us, like us, thumbs up, comment on your podcatcher apps, whatever. Tell your friends if they listen to Play ZZZ or they listen to podcasts and they want to play ZZZ. Share us with people. Tell them to listen to a recent episode. They're better than the previous ones. Like maybe don't start with this one necessarily, but yeah.
Please don't start with the second part of a 2-parter episode.
Yeah, that would be pretty rough, right? I don't know what these guys are talking about.
Eric, you're rambling again.
I know, I'm wrapping up. I'm trying to hit that 3-hour mark.
We already passed it.
Yes, we did. Follow our Discord. There's a link in the chat below. That's it. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Miyabi with the perfect 5-0 sweep. And congratulations to Caesar, our underdog, second place.
Yanagi, you're still bae.
We love you, Bernice. Bye.
Bye.